Hey.
Hey, hey.
It's another Monday Love.
What's up? What's up?
Why do you always whisper, Miranda?
I don't know.
Why?
Man.
Scream it from the hilltops. Don't be ashamed.
From the
It's not gonna happen.
hilltops
I don't like my
of Pearl
voice like
Harbor.
that. Don't even.
Inside
what?
joke.
There's one. Hold on.
Are you going to
One.
keep track tonight?
Yeah.
Jason, you got
how
your tally
many?
marks too?
I'm tallying. How many can we get?
No.
And you only know.
Uh-huh.
A lot to come.
Uh-huh. So we're here in Studio J.
Studio J.
Jason.
Nestled inside the crevices of Jolliffe Digital Production, the south side of Indianapolis.
Southside.
Southside. How is everyone this evening?
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
Great.
Awesome.
Great. How you doing, Miranda?
I'm good. Yeah.
Another awesome night on Monday Love.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I mean, we're assuming. We don't know yet. We won't
Well,
know
yeah.
till the end of the
Oh,
night.
it's always
Well, at least,
exciting.
at least until halfway through when we get naked. Was that
Whoa!
Was that what y'all said? You guys was like,
geez,
oh,
I was joking.
we
But
get
if you
naked
go with that,
halfway
I guess we
through?
can.
Wow.
I guess we can accommodate. It's your show.
This show
so.
is
Oh, here
brought
we
to you
go.
by Pornhub and Bang Bus, all at the same time.
Oh, listen to you. Oh, yeah. So this is going to be a good week. Absolutely
Oh,
going to be a
yeah.
good
Fun
week.
stuff, fun stuff.
And actually, I'm looking forward to the 13th, isn't it, Joe?
Oh, yeah. While we're talking about it, to get the show kicked off before we see the DJ Butters and Johnny Cashville.
Absolutely.
We've got Hallville at the Hi-Fi for the Battle of the Bands, sponsored by Jack Daniels, Goose Island, MOKB Productions.
Yeah.
The Vogue. It is an amazing event. Come out and help support me and my band Hallville for $10,000, a tour bus or tour van.
Tour van.
And,
So if we come out,
Wait.
we get $10,000 and a tour van. Is that what I'm hearing? That's an amazing.
I'm
deal.
not sure how
Get
that
specific.
works.
Get
But come and see.
Yeah. Fine print. Fine print.
Fine print. But no, we're battling up against some of Indy's best. There's 72 bands in this battle. We're starting on round 7
Yeah.
on the 13th. There's a lot of great acts.
I'm
So,
there.
a couple of them that we're going to have on the show later on here.
Mm-hmm.
Bombshell on the other side.
Yeah.
It should be interesting.
Absolutely looking
Can't
forward to
wait.
it.
So bring your guys out. In the links below, you'll see the tickets. Put down Hallville. Get your discounted tickets.
Is
There
there
you
links
go.
below?
There's going to be a link
Sweet,
below.
Sweet.
It will. Somewhere in the
So
comments.
I seen somebody do some cussing lips. So, ooh. How you doing, Jason?
I'm good, thanks. Just got back from Tennessee.
Nice.
Special 50th birthday party, surprise birthday party for my sister.
Oh, right
Awesome.
on, right
Family
on.
came from all over the globe to surprise her. We were camping, and she thought just my mom and dad were going to be there. And
Aw.
then I jumped out of the bushes, out of the darkness,
Oh, I
basically.
thought you was out of the cake.
out of the
Out of the cake I come.
There
I
he
smacked
was.
her in the face and ran off, and she didn't know what was going on. It was a surprise. No, and then my brother and his family from Detroit popped in, and then my sister from Colorado, and she cried.
Aw.
So it was beautiful. It was great.
That's
nice little short
awesome.
weekend with the family out in the woods,
So cool. I'm
redneck
jelly.
style.
There we go. Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
So, so we get to talk with Johnny Cashville this evening.
But what's in the box?
Oh, yeah.
What's
good
in the
call.
box?
What's in the box?
That's what I have you for. That's right. That's awesome. So, you don't have the talking stick.
stick.
And what happened to the skeleton hand that was protruding?
The skeleton hand.
That was
it
so
went
last
bad.
month.
Yeah.
I guess it was last
yeah,
month.
that would be so last month. Nobody celebrates it
skeleton.
after, Jason.
Exactly.
So, yes.
My words. She's throwing my words in my face.
Yes.
In case
In
you didn't realize that.
your face, Jason.
Eat no face.
So,
Just
yeah,
like the
so-
bombs in Pearl Harbor.
Oh, this is a great inside joke.
Anyway.
So
Hey.
Copyright. Trademark.
Oh my God, it's gonna be one of those. Okay.
Yes, it
all
is.
right,
Yes,
all
it
right.
is.
Woo! So in the box is the talking stick, and then the lovely box, which could be burnt or engraved, how you want it, and that is by Bill Gibson. If you go to
Thanks,
his
Bill.
Thanks,
Thanks, Bill.
If you go
Woodwork
to
by Bill Gibson.
Yep, if you go to his Facebook page, you can check out even more great work that he's done. It's woodworking by Bill.
Oh, yeah.
So yay. Yeah.
Good old Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
In the mighty box.
Yep. So yeah.
Mighty box of the gods.
Podcast.
Okay, touching the box. You're going to end up getting a Johnny Cashville and a
There
DJ
you
Butters
go.
tonight.
Yep.
Sorry. Okay.
Tickling something from behind. Look at you.
Well, there's the box, and then there's it's like the taint area of the box. There's this area, then it's what's in the front. It's in between.
Oh, it is in between.
You got to tickle the taint a little bit
God,
sometimes.
listen to you.
Got to even it out.
And nobody's even drinking.
Oh, Lord.
There we go.
Oh, little
Somebody's
interview.
drinking.
Hold on tight. Okay, so
Don't ask.
without further ado, let's get off the whole Pearl Harbor thing. And one for me. Thank you very much.
Ooh.
Just saying. And
Don't count.
and let's
Hey,
let's bring in.
we got our boy sitting here waiting to come on the show, Johnny Cashville.
Hey.
Hey,
Look,
What up?
there he is.
what's going on, Bubba?
There he is.
Chilling, man.
Right
Smoking a fat joint.
Well.
What?
Yeah, you know,
What he
this show
said.
is sponsored by.
I gotta get
Zigzag.
I gotta get loose. Y'all make me nervous. I gotta get loose. I'm gonna try to
Aw. No, there's no
That's
reason
what they
to
all
be
say.
nervous. No reason.
We all
Just
make
let it
everybody
happen.
nervous.
Just let it happen.
Yeah, just roll with it. Okay, so any shout outs or plugs, Johnny?
Man, just shout out to everybody doing their thing out there, man. Just whatever you're doing in life, man. If you're doing it to the best of your ability, man, shout out to you.
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
absolutely.
for sure. That's for everybody, man.
Contact info. How can we get in
How
contact
can we
with
reach
you?
you, Johnny?
If you want to be reached?
Creative Noise 615. That's noise with a Z. Creative Noise 615 at gmail.com. Or you can text me at 615-810-3495.
555.
615-810-3495.
You're also tagged. You're also
Yes,
tagged in
yeah,
this
you're tagged.
in the hiccup
We got you.
stream, so people can click over and find you there.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
So
Yeah, I'm pretty much, I'm on my social medias, man. Instagram. My Instagram is Johnny Cashville 4K. I'm more on Instagram than Facebook because I tend to get blocked from Facebook every time I turn around.
Gotta love that.
Oh wow. And he's always live on his stuff. There's something new all the time. You can go.
Pretty much, I try to hit everybody, every couple of days. I take the weekends off to be with the family and shit. But I've been doing this comedy stuff for like 3 months now, so I'm really enjoying it. I really always have been funny. I just didn't. I just didn't put it out there. I decided to.
Man, and I must admit, like, you really went in hard and proper on Roast and Review. That was proper.
Ooh, explain.
Well, I'm gonna take it from the top. Those that don't know me, man, I've been in the music industry for 15 years. I used to rap back in the day and shit. Used to tour with Haystack, General, Young Buck. I pretty much toured from Lil White. I did a West Coast run with Lil White. Anybody from Tennessee, I'm pretty much connected with. I met up Church 4 years ago, and he was wanting to do music, and we linked up and did a bunch of great music together. And I managed and kind of got him in the door, kind of, showed him the ropes of this shit. And we didn't really fall out. We just kind of went our separate ways. We remained friends the whole time, and that's how we got to the Roast and Review. I kept my mouth closed on a lot of shit since I left up Church because I just didn't want to look like that guy.
Right.
I was never mad at him. We was always good. I just didn't, I look at him like a little brother, man, like for real. Like that's my brother.
Right.
Now, like he's helped me with tremendously in life, and with vice versa. We changed each other's lives, man. I don't think, I'm a very spiritual person. And I believe in God. I don't care what God you worship, as long as you're worshiping the God. I believe there's a higher power out there, and he brought us together, man. We changed each other's lives, man. I was in the streets selling dope before I met him. I ain't done that shit since we met each other, and I kind of find myself here lately, just kind of like having his back on shit, because I know it's like hard, being in the position that he's in, having that many followers, and you don't want to some shit's better to be left alone. So I'm like, fuck it, man. I can do it. I can say it. Even without talking to him, I, addressing certain situations, man. I feel like Roast and Review Show, man, is poison to the country rap genre. Because before when we was doing this shit, when me and Church started doing this shit, everybody, even if they didn't get along, you didn't know it. So there was never no Facebook drama. It was everybody was cool with each other. The Lex, and Big Smo, and Colt Ford, and all these guys, man, they got along. And even if they didn't, you didn't know it. And I feel like they kind of like along with a bunch of bad apples that came along that within the last couple of years, I believe that between them and a couple other guys, man, I really feel like, they just saturated it, man, with all the drama and the bullshit. Yes. And, God, sucks.
Yes, too many people think that they're either Big or Pac, and they're not even in that realm, but they like to portray that. And I think that they thrive on drama, and they realize that the world really does revolve around drama. It's not so much anymore how good you do at work, or that good, them bars that were awesome. It's more about, here, let me cause a little conflict, let me pay for these features, and everybody's gonna think I'm cool. But that's not the case. There shouldn't be the drama. I mean, like the hip hop side of it, the rap side of it, yeah, like a little friction here and there. But people like running their mouths about stuff that they really don't even know anything about, and everybody's like, ooh, let me just guzzle that up. And it's sad. It really is sad.
Well, I feel like it's it also became a crab in a bucket mentality. Step on the next man to get further. And I mean, that shit's ugly. I think that whole, he's got more likes than me, and I'm gonna get known by going at him thing. I just think it's bad for the genre, man. I think make good music and let your music speak for who you are and yourself. And if people like your music, man, they're going to gravitate to it. It might take them 5 years. I mean, I came up with Jelly Roll and kind of that area was struggling them. Man, it took them boys 10 years to get successful.
Right.
Even in my own right, if I would have kept going, I'd have been right there with them. But I chose to, I met Upchurch and I was like, man, I can never be that big. So let me go do this. This is what God wants me to do. And, and I look at like now, like all these dudes are fighting over nothing. It's like,
oh, no. It's that instant gratification. It's that instant gratification that they get off of that next view, or that those 10 extra followers. Like, it really, really is a God complex type of situation. And then you add a God complex, and then pack mentality just takes over. So,
man.
So yeah,
man, come on, them egos, man. Them egos will, in this industry, man. Them egos will burn you up, especially with this country rap shit. Because I mean, last time I'm from the South, man. I'm from Tennessee, so I'm gonna tell you right now, man. These Southern boys, we ain't raised up to hate on each other. We wasn't raised up to have egos, and our parents taught us to be humble and yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. Respect people. If we get, we get disrespected, we get real out of line. But that's because we're so respectful that when we feel like we're disrespected, hey, brother, we're fighting, shooting, whatever. I mean, that's just how we are down here. Right. And I just really feel like, a lot of these guys don't have that same mentality, man. Like, stay humble until you come up. Like, you don't have to do all the extra shit to come up.
Be humble when you come up.
Right.
Exactly. Right. That's how you keep it. I mean, that's how you maintain this shit is, man, just staying true to your roots, man, and true to your fans. And don't act like you run the fucking world, because man, I'm telling you, man, God's are powerful. He'll snatch that shit from you quick.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. So where did Johnny Cashville come from? Like, well, it's your alter ego, right? Your persona.
Nah, yeah. I mean, I gave myself that name, man. I used to rap by rehab, and I was on the block, man. I used to sell drugs and shit, man. It's a long story, but I was on the block and I got arrested, and then I came back, and everybody's like, "Where you been?" Well, when I got arrested, I opted out instead of going to jail. I went to a rehab facility and had to do all these Narcotics Anonymous meetings and shit. I told them I was a user. So I told dude, I was like, man, I've been in rehab. So everybody started calling me rehab. So I rapped by rehab for like 3 or 4 years. And then, of course, the rock group, Danny Boone and them of rehab, they were signed to a major label. And this is back in the MySpace days. So they were rehab and I was rehab. They was number 1 with the name. I was number 2 with the name. They started sending me cease and desist orders on the name. So I was just like, man, you know, shit. I got pictures of me as a kid being held by Johnny Cash and shit. My mom grew up with June Carter's kids, and they all went to school together. Like my stepdad, rest in peace, but he was Johnny Cash helped him. Johnny Cash locked him in the house of Cash and got him off of heroin back in the day. Like they were like best friends. Like he used to be his pool boy. He was younger, you know, as a kid, like just stayed there. And, you know, I always heard all these stories about Johnny Cash. I got him tattooed on me. I was always a fan of his music. I grew up around it. I was like, shit, man, Johnny. You know, they call Nashville Cashville. So I was like, fuck, man, Johnny Cashville.
Nice.
And I just ran with it, man, and used it for a couple of albums. And then that's when I met Upchurch. And I was like, I like writing music and producing and being more behind the scenes anyway. So I just always kept that tag because I was like, oh, that's fucking fly. Yeah. Like Johnny Cashville's dope. Like somebody with the name Johnny Cashville, you gotta check him out.
Right. Oh yeah, hands down. Yeah, because your YouTube subscribers have jumped substantially. You're like over 6,300.
No, I'm at 7K.
Is it okay?
Yeah, I was I made my YouTube and had like 1,000 subscribers, and I jumped from 1,000 to 7,000. I got 2 strikes right now, so I got another. I'm using another YouTube. I'm using my backup account.
Oh no! What'd you get a strike for? Oh no!
Yeah, I got 2 strikes, so I can't upload my regular YouTube is Johnny Cashville World, and it's got like 7K. But I'm on my backup account now. I forget what I named it. I think I named it Creative Noise. But but that's the one that's got 300. I'm just on my backup account right now. My other account's got 7K, and they're like jumped from 1,000 to 6,000 in 3 months just off of doing the comedy videos. So I was like, and then the Upchurch kept calling me. He's like, dude, my mom watches you, my brother watches you, my aunts and uncles. You can't stop doing this. Like you got something. He's like, you go viral. Just chill and do videos. And I ain't trying to go viral. If it happens, it happens. If not, dude, I'm meeting some cool fucking people, and people hit me up all the time. They're like, bro, you just made me spit my coffee out at work this morning. No thanks, I needed a laugh. And that right there means more to me than anything. It's like, dude, if it happens and I get a bunch of following, cool, because like I want to go into acting and shit, man. I wrote a couple movies and shit, like comedies over the years and shit that I want to do. So if it goes somewhere, cool. If it don't, it's still gonna go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And I'm having fun, bro.
Oh yeah,
like, it's just fun to me.
Yeah, you get tons of laughs. Shit, just out of me alone. So
for sure.
So you gotta tell me what's up with this whole troll gang. Your hashtag troll gang.
Man, because look, I knew when I started doing this shit, I was like, man, there's 2 things that they can call me: a hater or a troll.
Right.
And I was like, this is gonna be a troll because I troll people, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm a troll. I'm gonna embrace being a fucking troll. And everybody laughed and thought it was funny, so that now everybody else is like, yeah, I'm a troll too, funny. Because they don't even have to troll, they just feed me shit. They're like, hey man, go check this out, Johnny, this is funny. And you know, a lot of people do a lot of shit on the internet to get attention. So it's like, it's so easy, man. Like the social media makes it so easy for me just to do the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my God.
And it was actually rather funny because you did the girl fight. Like you was on that, like it hadn't even been 12 hours. And well, okay, so for those who haven't seen it, just give a quick synopsis.
Woke Vicky and the Bad Baby Girl, man, like the 2 biggest douchebags on the internet right now. They got in a fight in the studio. They actually fought over a Snicker bar, y'all. You should have seen it. Like they were fighting over the Snicker.
Was it really a Snicker bar?
They love them.
They were hangry.
They were. You know how, like when you don't have a Snicker,
Right.
That is
man.
funny as
It was.
fuck.
You act
it was
an awful
funny as
lot like Cassius Clay
hell.
when you're hungry.
That's funny.
Yeah. One of them was Cassius Clay, and the other one was Boopy Johnson, and they were fighting. And they were fighting each other, and all of a sudden, one of the woke Vicky girl got the Snicker. Let's just say that. So she's back in Atlanta, happy with her Snicker now, and the other girl. Which honestly, man, I want to say this because I really never researched them. But that other little girl that catch me outside, bitch, how about that? Man, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who's writing her music, but she got some pretty dope music.
Right.
And I was like, hey, man, this music's all right. Like, her personality sucks, but.
Right.
I mean, she's definitely an idiot, but shit, man, that's what people like these days, man. They love train wrecks.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
They do love the train wrecks.
I love them.
Yeah,
I love them.
absolutely.
Something about a third grade education that just makes the crowd go crazy.
Yeah, you just can't look away. You just can't look away.
For sure. That's crazy. So, got a question for you. We kind of asked a lot of the artists that come through. At some point, what is the most embarrassing moment that you've had on stage, at a show, at a venue, a part of an event? What was the most embarrassing moment that you had while performing?
Now he's either trying to find something or trying to not answer because it comes right to mind.
I mean, maybe something that might have happened in Vegas. I don't know.
No.
Hey, what happens to Vegas stage in Vegas, Jack?
Talk about Pearl Harbor.
Man, I'm trying to think. Man, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna say it.
Do it.
I'll tell it all. Listen. It wasn't even for me. Because, man, anybody knows me, I shake shit. Like, I love performing. Like, I kill that shit. But I was touring with Haystack once, man. Haystack was so he don't have this problem now, but back in the day, and everybody knows the hell he don't have it. He had a bad pill addiction, and I swear he had 14 fucking Roxys and probably snorted 3 Adderalls and probably parachuted 3 Oxycontins before we went on stage.
Damn.
He was.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know if y'all know Big Snap, but Big Snap was like his manager. That's me and Big Snap's grown up, and he's a good kid, man. He's a good guy. But that's my little brother. Listen, we were literally, it was weekend at Bernie's, bro.
Oh,
we
no.
were literally, Stack was literally one arm around my arm, the other arm around Snap's shoulder, and the mic on the stand, and he's literally just mumbling, and we're just literally holding him up. I was like shaking his hand, like,
Oh,
everybody get
wow.
high. Put your hands up. I can't say put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Oh, no.
Literally, but it was so funny, man, and we just reminisce about it. Like, man, Stack was an animal out there. Man, this music shit. Not saying nothing in a bad way though. Don't. I hope none of his fans or even him take it personally.
No. He survived through it. So he
survived that shit, bro. And he's definitely changing this. He's in the process of changing his life now. And this music should drag you down through there, bro.
Oh yeah. So if you talk to him on a regular basis, I've been trying to get a hold of him. Tell him I need to interview.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna tag him in this, and anybody in here, they can tag him in it right now too. Like, man, a lot of people have their, that they have their issues with Stack. I'm kind of like that guy. I try to be cool with everybody.
Oh
and
yeah.
Stack ain't never done that but try to help me, and so I really can't. You know what I mean? And I mean, regardless of what anybody says, they can't take that man's legacy, man. He opened the door for white rappers in the South.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Rightfully said, probably he was definitely the pioneer of this shit, and probably one of the dopest rappers in his day that ever touched that mic. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't coattail ride.
No, I was bumping Big Ass White Boy and Ain't No Pin Up. Shit, I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't even know y'all was in Indianapolis, man. I was in and out of Indianapolis with him in 2010, 11, 12, around that time, for years, man.
Right.
Indianapolis was so fucking cold in the winter, man. Stacking them left me and my old lady and my security outside one time. They didn't mean to, but their phones went dead, and I was outside the club and couldn't get in, and the bag was horrible. Oh my
yes.
God.
Yes, it is not pleasant here in the winter. I understand why
Oh.
snowbirds go to Florida.
Man, this is like the Keys. Don't talk about it's cold.
We don't even have spring or fall anymore.
It's just
It goes
it's
from hell
summer.
to freezing your balls off. Like there's no
Like, oh, it's 90 degrees. Oh, tomorrow 30. What
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That ain't
Okay,
even
so
right.
I made sure that I tagged you in it, but the other day I had done the question on Hick Hop Redneck style, you know.
Yeah.
And there's a watch the smooth transition. So if you'd like to explain who Andy Hunter is, he asks, we need to get together and make another video.
Man, I like Andy. Andy is I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna put this to make it right.
I don't know, but we're live.
Yeah. You know how R. Kelly had all them victims and survived it. The survivor.
Yeah.
That's who Andy is. Andy survived. He was a victim of Kaylee. Like Kaylee down there with the sex slave on Andy. He's taking naked pictures of him. I mean, it was really bad. Like he would get Andy drunk. No, I'm not even joking. He would get Andy drunk and be like, boy, spread your legs open and take your underwear off, and I'm going to take some pictures of it. He would make him bend over, pull his butt cheeks and everything, man. I mean, there's war stories.
I didn't even know that deep because the next
Deep.
transition was gonna be you went
Man,
hard on Kaylee. I didn't know it was that bad.
No, it was horrible, man. Like, I mean, dude, he was feeding him alcohol, taking his pension. He spent $30,000 out of his 401k to fund his rap career for the last year and go buy beats from people and travel around for nothing. It was just a bad all right. And I really feel bad for the guy. And actually, man, the guy's a good guy, bro. He's a really, he's 60 years old, man. To me, I'm 37. So, I mean, he's respectful dude, cool dude. We did a video together. You got to look it up on YouTube. We went live and I dressed up like Kaylee. Kaylee's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? There's no saving. Like, I believe in some of these people they're saving. There's no saving that guy. You know what I'm saying? He's an absolute, piece of shit. And I hate to say that, man. But, I mean, that's pretty much why I do my shit. Some of my shit's just funny, and then some of my shit's like, oh, no, he's got a problem with this dude. Now that I got a problem with him, I'm just like, I don't like piece of shit people. Like, literally, man. Like, man, it was bad up there, man.
And I seen the video when you did, one of the times that you did go in on him, and he's, like, mopping his floor in the tattoo shop. Like, he don't even have customers. Like, and the way it sounded was there's such a small town. Like,
oh, man, listen, he dissed Upchurch. He dissed Upchurch on the internet, like, a month ago, and he announced 3 days later that he's opening a tattoo shop in Ashland City, where Church is from. I'm like, bruh, Bubba, it ain't gonna work, Jack. Ain't nobody coming there. Upchurch has got that town on lock. Like, them are his people. Like, everybody loves Church. Church takes care of a lot of people, man. A lot of people don't know that Church takes care of a lot of people in that town.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna go there to get a tattoo, man. He's got a business partner in on it, man. And I mean, I offered to tell him, man, hey, man, y'all want to go ahead and sell the shop or just quit paying the rent now so I can go in there and take it over? Because I kind of been thinking about opening a tattoo shop. One of my best friends is a tattoo artist, and he's awesome. I don't know what they're going to do, man. That's not a good spot for him to be at. Not that anybody's going to do anything for me, but, I mean, people call me and send me pictures all the time like, hey, you want us to egg it? I said, no, wait till the grand opening.
Oh, he hasn't even had a grand opening yet?
No, he ain't even. And the people drive by and honk the horn and just laugh at him.
Oh, yeah, because even in the video, he's like, oh, I love when they drive by and they honk at me. And like, he is, I'm going to stop right there.
I don't like to see
anything
people fail. I don't like to see people fail, man. I just don't respect people that don't take care of their kids and go out here and hound women down and sell them this dream that they're going to be some type of rapper and even take advantage of the elderly. Not only take their money, but take nude pictures of them. Like, Slick should be in jail for this shit.
Right. But then he's talking about, I got 7 kids and 5 baby mamas and
yeah, that's cool. I'm cool, man. I'm a pimp.
Right.
Listen,
and
if he don't set his dry ass down, he looks like Mr. Clean fucking smoke crack all day. Bald head, man, boy, he's fucked up. I mean, he's just a fucked up human being, man. That's sad. Man, there ain't no saving him. When he went on there and said I was a drug dealer on live, I was like, dude, I don't sell drugs. I was like, man, get the fuck out of here. I ain't done this shit in years. The gloves were off at that point. So,
Right. Right.
hey,
Yeah. That's not
especially,
cool.
especially somebody that's changed their life, man. Like anybody that knows me from them days, they know I'm a completely different person. And I'm not perfect, but I strive every day to be a better human being.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
So another question from Mark. Can you make another roast on Lil Voldemort?
Who?
Okay, just
Who?
to be clear, I borrowed Little Voldemort from Real World Cheatham County.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So yeah, I even asked Mike if it was okay if I used that name.
You're
First,
talking about
Yeah.
what's his name?
yeah,
Oh,
I ain't even.
Pig
I don't even know
fingers.
what no. They're asking me to roast him. I've
Yes.
never roasted him yet. I haven't roasted him yet, and
he's like,
Oh, he said another roast on that one particular artist name who's gonna have a baby within days.
yeah. I haven't roasted him yet. I haven't done one yet, so I'm interested on what the baby's gonna look like. Cause if it looks like him and Heather put together, woo, man. But Heather's a looker. Golly, I feel bad for Heather, man. I feel bad for her too. I mean, him too. I mean, that dude. I don't know, man. That dude right there, he's an idiot. I try to be nice and shit, man. He's a fuck.
I'm
man. He's a fuck
gonna
up.
leave it at they deserve each other and they have each other. So
wow.
I don't think they make pretty babies, but God bless them. So
I'm not gonna speak on the unborn, but I really want to get tagged when you roast him. Please tag me, please.
oh yeah, for sure I will.
I will take it as a personal favor if you would please tag me.
She looks like olive oil, like she literally looks like olive oil, like with beaver teeth, man. She got straight up beaver teeth and olive oil all over her, man. And him, man, he's ever been a 43 years old, man. He's been rapping on that computer right there on that bed with all the cum stains on it for years.
I thought,
Man, it's horrible.
I thought the backdrop had changed. I thought or did he just move into a different room in his apartment? Or
Nah,
house or
he
whatever?
robbed that one dude, the same dude that J-Dub robbed, and got that little program for their computer so they can have a little background and shit. But, man, I bet it smells like sperm spot in there, man. Like, that shit's nasty. He been out there, man. He's from Tennessee, so anybody from Tennessee I know all about. He's from out there in Shelbyville where Smo's from. He's dissed everybody. He dissed me back in the day. He's dissed everybody, man. Like, I mean, everybody. He ain't gonna come out the house though.
Yeah, he with his whole attitude, like anyone who would ever like stick their neck out for him or try to get him on something or try to help him along the way, he's always wanting to talk shit about or talk shit about other people too. Did we just lose sound?
No, I just muted him. He was coughing.
Okay, thought we lost
Oh
him.
yeah, got that chunky stuff.
He did tell me today he's getting sick. So
That's all
Nah,
good.
I am getting sick, man. All day I've been nasally and shit, and not feeling good, but it's all good. I gotta give me a Z-Pack in me tomorrow. I'll be all right.
oh, okay, so before I forget that whole I'm older, short-term memory loss. Have you seen any of the work that Woodworking by Bill or Bill Gibson has done?
No, I haven't. I seen you talking about the box right there. I can't really.
Yeah. What I'll do is I will shoot over his link to you because he does like amazing work. So you could just maybe check it out.
Yeah,
Take
I
a
seen
gander.
I seen he posted, said he'd like to do a piece for Johnny Cashville.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be dope, man. I would like man. Honestly, man, I'll pay him to do one, man. I want to get something like that right there made, but I want it real big so I can put on my. I love like Jordan ones.
Well, he did Big Poe's little face. He did a little wooden face thing that sits behind Big Poe on his his little studio area.
Yeah. And he does
Dope.
little keychains.
Yeah.
Remember the mini keychains?
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I'd like to have. I need something for my shoes, man. That's dope. I think a big one would be dope. Shout out to Big Po though.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
Good dude.
Yeah,
Good dude.
he was awesome.
He was in the
Yeah, I
show
love Big
earlier.
Po.
Yeah, we had him.
He popped in, was watching earlier.
Oh, was he?
Yeah,
I missed
we
that.
was talking.
We have too many pages going on.
Yeah, no, we cross-posted on him.
So
44
Po's
pages.
Po's a real humble dude, man.
yes.
He's a real humble dude. I really appreciate him, man. I like his music, man. Like I really, he's definitely that Louisiana Southern boy right there. He's
Absolutely.
dope, man. I've got Big Po knows I got his back 100%, man.
Oh yeah, and see that's how it should be.
It should be. He was a really good dude. Definitely, like you said, he's so humble. It makes it nice when we do interviews with real cats that's not all up in their ego and stuff and things. So
Yep.
and yeah, I mean, just like you, man, you've been straight up.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
definitely.
Because
Always, man. They don't. I try to tell people they don't make them like me no more, man. Because I try to live up to that, just being a real dude, man. Like just shooting it how it is. Like so much so that he really did take them pictures of Andy.
that's not okay.
That's not good.
He hasn't been
that's
dumb
not-
enough to like
That's not
post them
that's
or
not
nothing, right?
No. They're on Kaylee's page with apples and emojis in front of them and shit. Oh my God! It's hard.
What?
That could almost go into like and it's not because I'm not ever saying that they were ever sexual, but that could almost go into like a revenge porn type of situation.
Dang.
Yeah, man. I think they might have been sexual, and Andy probably didn't even know it because he was so drunk, and he just passed out, and Kaylee probably took advantage of him. He didn't know it. I don't know. I just throw the shit out there. It's just
That's not okay. That is
I know.
not okay at all.
it's not a healthy friendship. I can tell you that much.
Oh, that shouldn't be a friendship at all anymore. Like,
Oh, it ain't, man.
Why do I
Dude,
feel like a
that
Jim
was-
Henson Muppet? what was in that slot? That wasn't supposed to be there.
yes,
Oh
I'm-
shit!
Kermit
the
Frog.
Do the candy man.
yeah, no, and I am in no way, shape, or form condoning anyone to do any type of
No, that's
violence
no.
or physical
Taking advantage of
assault,
alcohol,
anything like that,
people with
where
drugs.
there's witnesses. So maybe,
No, it's okay as long as you don't get caught, is what she's saying.
right. So
But,
make sure all cell phones are turned off. It's only one person.
Maybe they took the pictures in Vegas.
Oh,
No, he wasn't with him.
well, he didn't. He didn't leave the
funny.
pictures there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I mean,
messed up.
it's definitely a weird situation, man.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
not gonna let a lot of his things. It was funny watching him though. This is the whole thing with Kaylee that was so funny to me because he was having 1,000 people in his live feeds, but 999 of them were trolls.
Oh yeah.
And he really thought that these trolls were going to blow him up. No, it just took the king troll, me, to come through and shut it all down. He ain't been back on. He tried to go live the other day. That's when he was mopping up the floor and shit. He tried to go back live, and he can't go live no more, man. Trolls ain't coming back, and I was just going to be there just by myself at the troll bridge waiting for you to pay the toll.
True. 5-4. Motherfucker
Yeah.
ain't going across this hole.
Right. Like
And like a lot of people don't understand. Like they're like, fuck trolls. But listen, them trolls just be on there having fun.
oh,
man.
speaking
That's
of
all
troll. Oh no, you're gonna get a kick out of this. You're gonna get a kick out of this.
Uh-oh. What am I missing here?
Justin Stowers puts, well, now that the gang's all here, Miranda, you still crying, wolf? How long's it been now? You still lying to the people about the police? Laugh my ass off. Why is it every time y'all try to throw dirt on my name, it just fades away? Well, bitch, you just came in on my motherfucking life, so who the fuck you clout chasing?
Oh, he getting his clout coins, ain't he?
And it's funny because I heard you running away going, get this bitch off me. Get this bitch off me. Shut the fuck up and get out of here.
Whoa.
You should have.
It just got real.
All right, calm down, Rosie.
I know.
Yeah, he's the
Pearl
one that
Harbor,
gave me
Pearl Harbor.
Rosie
Pearl
O'Donnell.
Harbor. Hold on, there's 3.
Nah, man. I mean, look, man. Look, I wanna say this, and and I'm gonna step out there and say this, and I told you before the show, I'm gonna step out there and say this, man. Look, I believe everybody deserves a second chance, man, and I think if that dude could humble up and be a humble dude, and I think he's a great promoter. I think he's made some mistakes with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And I think that even with you, I think he owes you an apology. I think he owes a lot of people an apology. And I think if he could do that and humble himself up, man, Big Poe, I believe Shotgun Shane's a good dude. First off, Shotgun Shane made a mistake, man, and he's apologized to church. And him and church have talked since, and they're beef squash. A lot of people don't know that. I'm gonna throw it out there because it's real.
Shotgun Shane's in the room too, so go ahead.
Shout out to Shotgun Shane.
What's up, Shotgun?
I believe, like, even Justin, man, like, hey, man, if you start showing me positivity and start showing me, like, you can't do all this negative shit to people and then go give money to the homeless and try to be cool. Like, that shit ain't cool to me. Like, it's like, nah, bro, stay one way, stay positive, keep positive energy. I'd give anybody a second shot. Like, it was never that serious to me. I just looked at, like, he was coming into something that was already there before me in church, before I even came along for church. Something was already there that was positive. And I felt like he was one of the ones that came in with negativity. Now, I have since, a lot of people don't know this, I have since talked to Justin, Adam. Me and Adam are cool. I've told Adam how I felt on, like, man, I just feel like everybody should get together. I think, honestly, Chris Holder's kind of like in the what's his name, Lil AZ camp. Like, he done went too far. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he'll ever be able to get back in their circle. But I think guys like Shotgun Shane, I think guys like Big Poe, I think, there's a lot of, like, yourself. I think there's a lot of people that he kind of like, hey, man, rebuild that bridge or, like, fuck all this shit, man. Because, like, a lot of these guys, if they got together, and I really want to do this, I know there's a few of them in here now, and I know a lot of them will see it. I would love it. Excuse me, my family is walking in the store. But I would love to see all these dudes sit down and have just to come together, man, and squash all the dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I would be willing to squash my shit with Justin, just to see. But Justin would have to, man, make some amends to some people, man. I feel like he was doing some sour ass shit.
Yeah, he needs to apologize to that pig.
Oh my God, Justin, what was you thinking?
Sorry, I'm on a whole different little side here.
Yeah, no, there's a bunch of pig emojis in the comments.
Piggy. Excuse me.
Man, Justin, what was you thinking, man? You had a pig laid out there named Heather. What was you thinking?
Oh.
But what really aggravated me with that whole situation, now that Justin's on here, I know he's watching, but really, it's what he said. He said he ate the pig's pussy, I think, and then fingered the pig, and then said, this is what I'm doing to the country rap game. So you're basically saying you're fucking us like a bunch of little pigs.
Right.
And
you really think that he can humble himself down? Does he even know what the word humble is?
Man, I would love to see it, man.
I'm killing it.
And, and I'm being real when I say that, though. I would really love to see that, man. Like, I would, hey, man, I'm just that type of guy, man. And I'm not no Billy Badass. And I'll fight any of these dudes one-on-one, but that never would happen like that. I got too many people that ain't going. But, I mean, I'll fight these dudes. I'll shoot it out with any of these dudes, whatever the fuck they want to do. But, I mean, I would much rather see all these dudes get along, man. Real talk. Like, I mean, they can say all they want to about Shotgun Shane. Shotgun Shane's dope, man. Shotgun Shane's got his own little style. He's dope. I mean, same thing with Big Poe. There's a lot of these dudes that are really talented and really dope, man. And I'd rather see all these dudes work together than work against each other.
And see, ideally, that would be amazing. Like, when we were talking, like, when you and I were talking the other day, I can totally 110% get behind that. But for me, 99.9% of the genre, I'm all about, I'll help, build bridges and, pave pathways. That way people can, it doesn't have to be on live. People can do shit behind scenes. Because like you were talking, when you brought it to my attention, how you want to have, eventually have a legit, like, award ceremony. So I could totally get behind that. But two bitches that won't come to my face anymore being wannabe Biggie, Justin, and wannabe Pac, Hosier. There's what.
But I mean, I'm gonna say this, and I'm just gonna be totally real. You gotta come. You know, you gotta have an open book, and you gotta have that discussion with him too. And where because I mean, there's always two sides of the stories. You played your part. You know, everybody played their part.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you know, I'm not justifying anything he did. You know that. But what I'm saying is, maybe y'all need to sit down and rap. But he's got a lot of people to sit down and rap to me. Even me, like when he tried that tough guy shit with me on the phone, and I told his boy, I told Big Murphy, I was like, man, one of them dudes over there, I was like, man, tell dude to hit me the line. Because I was gonna have this conversation with him, and he's just automatically pussy bitch internet gangster. Bro, you don't even know me like that. I'm far from that. And just his energy then was like, I see how it is. You don't want to have that man-to-man talk, so we're gonna have to box, and we can still box. And I'll go buy him a beer, but I would much rather see that dude just be humble and you know, before he loses it all, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I see so many people over the years crumble like that. Some people really close to me, I seen that cockiness and that arrogance and thinking that they're the God cracker. They crumble. You know what I'm saying? And I don't. This ain't what that is, man. This country rap shit ain't that, man. We're like humble people. We respect each other. I mean, the power is in the numbers, man.
Absolutely.
If Upchurch, Adam Calhoun, Justice Pigfoot, Stowers, fucking Nerf Gun Shane, or whatever they want to call each other.
Okay, real quick.
If they
hold on. I want to do some shout outs real quick because Johnny Wilson's up in here. Shotgun Shane, I told you. Shane Coyle. Let's see. Joshua Way Wilson. Somebody said Alexander. Jason Melton, who's Alexander. But yeah.
Alexander King, he's another one, man, that just needs to be humble, man. Like, Alexander King's a great artist, man. I think me and him kind of had a little dispute over, he said some shit to me about Church on the phone, Upchurch on the phone, because he's the one that smacked Haystack. And let me tell you something about that is like, hey, man, Stack had it really coming. You know, and I believe that, and I fuck with Stack, and I told Stack, I'm like, I can't defend somebody that won't defend themselves, and somebody that, you know, did talk shit about these boys for years, because I fuck with D-Ray and Stump and them. Me and Alex have really never met, but I'm cool with just, like, D-Ray and Stump, original CWB, and Stone. Like, I'm cool with these dudes. I just never was cool with Alex. We never just really crossed paths. When he said some shit to me about Church on the phone, and I'm like, nah, that's my little brother. Nobody's doing anything in the church. Fuck that. I will run around here with, goddamn it, ARs looking for motherfuckers over up church for real. Like, I put that on my family, on God, my family, on my soul. I'm not letting anybody fuck with church. The church can handle his own. Church will pop a motherfucker in a heartbeat. Church can handle his own, period. But I'm standing with church I'm standing with church even if he's wrong, guys. Like, that's how I feel about up church. He cannot do no wrong to me. I don't care what he does. He was right. So they can take it how they want to take it. But what I'm saying is, even him, he needs to, man, appreciate this shit, man. You're a good artist, man. Like, everybody get along. You know what I'm saying? Even him. I would love to see him and Stack just be like, man,
actually,
that shit.
It's funny because somebody, Joshua Ray Wilson said Jelly the King in Nashville, period. And then he said, she said, who's Alexander King? Next comment back from Jason said Ryan Alexander. So, we
need to talk about Alex anyway, so that's cool. Okay. But I fuck with Alex, man. I feel like, man, Alex, bro, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I just, you ain't got to do that, man. Dude's been around for years, man. Dude's a dope artist. He ain't got to do all this. You know, him and now he's going to Big Smo, and I know he has prior relationships with these people, but man, Big Smo is a good dude, bro. Like, Big Smo is 100, man. I'm just telling y'all, man. I've been around all these people, man. I know who is and who ain't, man. Big Smo's 100, bro. Big Smo's a cool dude, and then Big Smo's like, "Why is this dude coming at me?" I'm like, he's like, "Man, I'm just living my life," and I said, "Shit, you know, it is what it is."
Well, and I want to be fair. I did send a message. I've sent a message out to a lot of people. But I did get to talk with Alexander King the other day, like a whole hour and a half conversation, and he seemed respectful to me. Now, I went back and I watched the roast video that you did, to
Yeah.
bring myself back up to speed because I remember seeing it, but I didn't remember who it was about. So when it comes to that, I can't speak no type of way because I had like an hour and a half conversation with him. So when it comes to, other people talking to friends or whatnot, and somebody feels some type of way, and they address the situation right then. Okay, let me ask you this, Johnny. With wanting to make people, become humble and, shine true to their colors, if when Alexander did that video and he was like, yeah, little dude, I know that was getting at you, but for him to go in and announce to everyone that he was cool with him, stay on his grind, get that money. The flip side of that, wouldn't that be like, stop poking the bear? He addressed it then, or?
Well, he really wasn't ever addressing it. Like he didn't.
I
He
only
did
seen
that. He
I
did
only
that,
seen
but
the
he
video
got
that
right
you
on the
did.
phone with me. He did that and got right on the phone with me, and was still like trying to backpedal on what he was initially saying, which is cool. And that's what I said. That was my whole argument, anyways. I said, well, we ain't got no beef. He said, man, I'm cool with him. I didn't mean it in that way, which I know he did. I'm not boo-boo the foo-foo, and I know he's like, man, I say tap his pockets. I mean in a competition way. Nah, you was trying to bump down on him, but cool. And he got back on the phone with me, and he was like, cool. And I was like, all right, cool. It's just as long as my whole situation was not with Stack, not with none of them, was like up church. Okay, cool. So you're not, everything's cool. All right, cool, boom. But we had to have that conversation. Now, if he asked, hey man, take the video down, cool, yeah, cool. We're cool now. We're at that level where we're cool now. So it's like, okay, we're cool, but he's still kind of, he's kind of like trying to find. I think everybody's seen the 6ix9ine shit, the 50 Cent shit, and shit like that. But that's not what. Bottom line is, that's not what country rap is. So it's like, why are y'all trying to make it that? We're not. Like, that's not what people from the South are, bro. We're just not that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, be humble, man, and get along. And he, rightfully so, he said that, and I hope he means that, and I hope he would for sure stand on that. And I think he would, man. I think Struggle and I think especially Strug and Upchurch got a real tight relationship. I don't think Strug would stand for no shit like that. I don't even think Jelly would. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, all these guys, it's like when you start getting successful, man, you can tell a broke person and a non-successful person because they want to create that energy. You know what I'm saying? People that have money and people that are established in life and know where they're going and are happy with themselves, they don't have the problems.
Right.
And that's just the way I see it, man. And so to me, when people go out here and attack other people, I just attack people that are attacking people. And
right.
I have fun.
Bully the bullies.
Fun with people. I bully the bullies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like when I see that, I'm just like, man, they must be broke. Why are they doing this? So it's like, yeah, and they don't gotta be. Like, everybody gets the money and keep this.
But it's not just about the money. They're broken somewhere in their life.
Exactly.
So
exactly. And when I say broke, that's what I mean. I mean, if you knew me, then you would know that's what I'm talking about. But
that
like,
Southern talk, my bad. That Southern talk.
Yeah, but like, there's so many fans, man. People they're dividing the fans. I've done it, so I'm saying you're taking it for somebody that I love that shit, man. I used to go at everybody, but nowadays I look at it like, man, it's dividing people. I grew up, and I see a lot of guys like, man, I just didn't hurry them grow up before they fuck this whole shit up. Like, right. Everybody grow up, man. Bring these fans together. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's understood, like, Upchurch and Yellow Wolf. I consider Yellow Wolf a part of this too. They're probably the biggest names in this whole Southern white boy rap movement. Now they're calling it country rap. To me, it's always been here. Right. It's always just been some Southern white boy shit. But yeah, man,
that's the worst part about it. They bring their fans to the point that those troll fans are going in on, innocent bystanders who are just like, that song sucks. Like they try to attack and conquer, and it's like, you really feel that good about yourself?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
right.
like
Yeah.
I'm glad you sleep well at night because shouldn't be. Just
I
saying.
mean, there's a lot of guys out here, man, that are getting slept on, man. Shout out to Bottleneck from Florida, man. He's like an OG of this shit. Um, shout out to God damn, man, Redfish, man. He's got Danny Duke, but I call him Redfish. I thought the Redfish was a better fit for him. There's a lot. There's a lot of guys out here that are really dope, man. That their time is coming, man. I think we've seen just this is just the beginning of this whole movement. I think Lil Nas X was a great thing for this movement.
Yeah.
I think Blanco Brown's a great thing. I think I think this country rap thing is like, to me, it's always been there though, guys. Man, this shit was Nappy Roots back in the day. You know what I'm saying? This shit with Haystack was country rap to me. Bubba Sparks was country rap to me, like, if that's what y'all want to call it. But I just think this thing's getting big, man. I think it's going to be a beautiful thing. That's why I'm like, man, if everybody hold up and start working with each other, we could blow this shit up, man.
Right, exactly. I agree 110%.
I'm just trying to write some dope songs, man, and help produce some dope records. Really, is all I want to do. I don't even want to manage no artists no more. It's too much of a fucking headache.
So how do we go about that? So how do you go about getting a bunch of different people that are against each other to come together to work as one industry? I mean, because that's been a long going battle with no matter where you're at. There's always some kind of beef. Somebody's hating on somebody because somebody did something. I mean, how do you go about that?
I think it's so small. Like right now, it's just a small demographic that more conversations like this need to happen. And I think there needs to be a just cause of why we're doing it. If it's for charity, if it's for anything. And I think there needs to be a hip hop, a country rap award show. You know, I think that would be a great thing to, once everybody gets on the same page, we can really push the line and really just bring the fans and bring everybody together. And I think it'll happen, man. I think the conversation rules the nation, man. I mean, really, man, like, this is real to me, man. I've thought about this shit for the last 2 months, and I still might roast you, Jack. You know what I mean? I hate
There
it.
it is. There it is.
I want to see you get your shit straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see people get their shit straight and be on the right side of things, man. This thing can be really big, man. For everybody, man. It don't cost a dime to share a post in your story. Even in your story, like, hey, man, it's a rule. If you put out a country rap album this year, if you don't share it in your story, then you're a hater. You're a troll. You know what I'm saying? Push everybody's content, man, even in the stories. Like, just show that little bit amount of love will make such a world of difference in making this thing really big.
Agreed.
And it can be like some underground shit that will be here for years.
Absolutely. I can absolutely agree with that.
And Upchurch, everybody tag Upchurch in this, tag Adam Calhoun in this, tag everybody that's in here, my little bitty troll gang. Y'all tag everybody, man, because I don't do shit for not a reason. I've been doing this shit for the last 4 months for this reason. I've thought about this shit for 2 years. I sit and watch these boys fight for 2 years. Listen, man, I play chess, not checkers. And just tag them. Y'all tag them. And let them know where I stand on all this shit. And let's make this shit happen. Everybody quit being fucking arrogant assholes and fucking take your dick out of between your legs and let's fucking go get this bag.
Right, let's do some good shit together.
We need to drop the walls, because if you have all these fans that get isolated because their artist is telling them, like, this is boo-boo, don't even watch this dude. But then if you would drop all these barriers and all these walls, the industry as a whole would advance quickly. I mean, there's all kind of fans all over the place, but if you start separating them into groups, then you don't have anything, and you know it benefit everybody.
Yeah. If everybody stood up and did that thing, and man, I think it would be fucking awesome to see Upchurch walk the red carpet at the CMAs representing all of us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's cool. Yeah. It's cool. Let there be a spokesman, because there's so much money to be made, bro. Country music is the #1 music ever, and we're taking country and rap and putting it together. Man, come on, dude. There's no reason why Upchurch shouldn't be down there on that carpet, man.
Agreed. And
you know
now a question from Patrick Wells. It says, Johnny, do you think every white artist from the South gets put into hip hop even though they are just hip hop artists?
I think right now they do. And I know there's probably, because I'm not, when I was an artist, I was definitely not a hip hop artist. I was a hip hop artist, for sure. but I love the music. The shit changed my life. Being able to produce the shit. Um, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I think, yeah, man. Right now, but it's not even that. I think a lot of them dudes, I'll tell you the truth, I don't even like them. I think like Forgiano Blow, Best Believe. I think them dudes want to be. They want to come over here and I'm a country rapper now. I just get it. I think a lot of dudes. I think the real ones. I can sit back and name all the real ones right now.
But you can't.
I'm not going to do that.
You don't think it's fair that people could be transitional?
I mean, yeah.
Look at Church. Look at Church. He did country.
Listen.
He did country rap. So I mean, he dropped an album in 2 different genres on the exact same day, and they both boom.
Oh yeah, for sure. But what I'm saying is, are they gonna like these dudes are? So okay, Nelly did a country rap song with
yes,
what was his name? The country singer,
not Tim McGraw. Tim McGraw? No.
Tim McGraw. Yeah, it was Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
Biggest song in the country.
Yes.
But did Nelly start fucking saying on all his albums that he fucking rode Chevy trucks and worked on trucks and shot deer and fucking hunted and fucking fished every day? No.
Right.
He just crossed the barrier and kept it moving.
In St. Louis smoking on dust.
Sorry. Squirrel.
This is what I'm saying though. Like so I think a lot of these dudes are like, okay, well, I'm gonna do a country rap song, but now I'm gonna start wearing cowboy boots. Nah, man, it don't work like that.
That's a poser. That's not a transitional. That's a poser.
Yeah. I don't think, you know,
something.
That's a transgender rap.
So here's the funny thing: when these promotional work and the new coming into country, I don't know, or country rap, I don't know where they seen it because it had to have been a legit reason, but they start wearing skinny jeans and tucking the bottoms of their jeans down in their boots. Now, first and foremost, when they said get into your girlfriend's pants, that is not what they meant. Secondly, putting your jeans on the inside of your boots was to be more convenient so you didn't drag the bottom of your jeans through cow shit. So again, that's
the truth. You are telling the absolute truth.
I'm just nobody wants to talk about that, but it's like you can tell who are the posers, and then you can flip and see who the transitionals are.
But you know, coming all right, because see, my background, I'm on the rock side, but I grew up straight hip hop, so I'm trying to get into the country rap hip hop and understand everything, and Miranda's showing me different things and whatnot. But this seems to be a thin line between country rap and hip hop, or hip hop and hip hop, because some of those tracks, even with Jelly and all them, you sit there and listen to it, man. For where I grew up, that's hip hop. You know, when you ain't got any, you know, you get, I think like as true, you know, Upchurch, when I was listening, you got a country band playing, he is rapping with country music, but there's a lot of people that is identifying as the hip hop industry that really, if you really truly listen to it and you put it on the whole, you know, you put it out there for people to judge, well, that's hip hop. You know, I think there's a real thin line of what's what right there. Mm-hmm. You know,
I told this to Church when he first started doing his music. I said, bro, just do you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you country rap, whatever, it don't matter. Just do music, and because real hip hop to me is just, it don't matter if I'm a country boy or I'm out here selling drugs or if I'm out here fucking working a 9 to 5. It's my music is that. You know what I'm saying? Like Kevin Gates is a global hip hop artist. He's just rapping about pain and suffering and love and relationships. Upchurch is a country boy that just happens to rap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To me, it all falls under hip hop. But if we're gonna put this country rap name on it, cool, whatever. But it's hip hop at the end of the day. But the main thing is just everybody getting along through that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Hi,
and I
Ronnie.
think Yellow Wolf said something in the interview that kind of threw me off because I fuck with Yellow Wolf. He said they don't even know hip hop well enough to call themselves rappers, and I'm just like, you can't really say that, man, because you know, I know everything there is about hip hop from day one it was started. I grew with this. This is what I love growing up. So it's like, nah, but you can't really say that because there's new people coming. So you're just going to be a bunch of old rappers? No, we got to evolve. And these younger guys is going to learn as they go. Like we was born in there. If you was born in the 80s, you're definitely a hip hop kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know everything about you know what day, March 9th is when Biggie died. You know when Tupac died. You know everything about the the hip, the hop, the hippie, the Kumo D, and the Big Hurt,
hop and you don't stop.
And you know all about Run DMC,
Kumo
you know,
D.
You're definitely a hip hop.
The Wrecking Crew.
Some people just don't know the knowledge, but really hip hop is an expression of your art form, an expression of same thing music is. You know, it's an expression of who you are.
Yep.
So if you're a country boy, then you're just a fucking country boy. Who's the best country boy?
Yeah, no. So just to throw it out there real quick, Ronnie came in and said, church. So.
For sure, but I think a lot of y'all don't know Upchurch kind of stands with the same shit as like, you don't want to see the drama. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to see the drama. I think the drama just needs to be dead. Whether you call it hip hop, country rap, hip hop, whatever the fuck you call it. But y'all are all kind of in the same lane with each other. Man, it's a whole bunch of white boys getting in right now. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of cool shit going on. Yeah, right. Man, let's just all just fucking make this shit shake, man. I'm with it.
All right, and since I called him out, hey Ronnie, tell him to check his DMs and his PMs because I've got a date scheduled for him. Pretty please. So
yeah, let's get Church on the show, man. Let's get let's
break these barriers, man.
The Roast and Review was a great program to me. It was a great show. I feel like they messed up with Church, man. I feel like they dropped the fucking ball, but they was their fault because they were trying to stir up too much damn drama.
But see, and then what sucked was they tried to treat everybody like they were just fucking ignorant because they were like, they put the cameras down and it wasn't supposed to be recording anymore, but it was recording.
Was so
I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, wow.
Oh my God.
They went to some pretty petty lengths.
Yeah, that's some dirty stuff.
So
the thing is, we just got to stop the walls and stop the hating. But you know what? Anytime anybody's doing anything, they're going to hate.
Oh, haters make the world go round.
Oh my God, he's rocking it, but there's that dude that's over there jealous or sorry that they ain't doing the same work or getting the same quality or the same amount of fans, so they're going to hate on because, oh my God, he's got this, I don't have this. It's always that. Even if you're not in the music, there's somebody hating, oh, this dude's making this much money. That's bullshit. He don't deserve that. We need to get where the walls are down and work together, no matter if you hip hop, country, rock, rap, blues, jazz, man, work together, man, because you know what? We're all starving artists trying to make it, and we need to be working together to make it work.
Absolutely.
And have each other's back.
Ain't no haters on this big ass ship. Ballers and big ass damn.
Oh yeah, that's what's up.
But it goes everywhere. I know we did a couple shows and I ain't throwing nobody out there, but the next time we was on that same bill with the same people because we tore up some stuff. It was like, oh, we're gonna move this around a little bit because they kind of took some fans. Man, it shouldn't be like that, man. Let's all hype it up. Let's make it huge, make it big.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Hey, shout out to my boy Big Snap, man. I don't know if y'all know who Big Snap is, but I think he's about to get back into the swing of things. He's got some cool shit going on. As far as just life in general, man, he's raising a family, man. He's got a beautiful family. So trying to get him, he's a young dude, man, with an old song, trying to get him back rapping. He's actually got a song with Church on iTunes right now. Big old white boy. I'm talking about, man, they don't know who Big Snap is. They call him Big Snap for a reason. He's about 600 pounds.
Oh.
And about 7 foot tall. He's about 6'5". Big boy, but he's from Nashville. He's from Nashville, man. Look out for him, man. I just got people hitting me up. I want to shout out.
Big Snap, aka Little Blaze.
Yeah, Little Blaze, man. Little Blaze is a good.
Thanks
dude,
for that,
man.
Patrick.
He grew up in this industry, man. He grew up, doing the same shows, the same markets that these guys are doing now. He's been around for a while, man. He changed his life, man. He just became a beautiful person, man. And I love, we all, he's another one. Like, And there was times I was like, man, I hate you, Snap. But he grew as a person, and he just grew and became a man. You know what I'm saying? And I always give people second chances, man. I believe in giving second chances to everybody, man.
Everybody's human, man. Everybody makes mistakes, but they got to be humble and kind of, hey, you know what? I fucked up. I messed up. So let's work on this relationship and let's all make some good money together.
Listen, dude, I was at the Kevin Gates show last night, and we was like about 5 rows back, and people were pushing each other. 2 or 3 fights were breaking out. This lady, this tall dude, I know why she was mad, because he was like 6'5", and he was right there, and she was pushed him and called him a dickhead. So I lit the blunt up. So I passed the blunt to my people that was with me, and then they gave me the blunt. I told the tall dude, "You want to hit this blunt?" Because they were already. I was tired of seeing people fight. He hit the blunt. She gave me a dirty look. So then when I hit it, and when it came back to me, I said, "Hey, you want to hit this?" And I gave it to her. And then she went, because I knew it was on. I said, "Watch, she's gonna try to give it back to me." She tried to give it back to me. I said, "Nah, pass it to him, and y'all need to work that out." Man, we just all gotta smoke weed with each other, man.
Yeah.
Golly.
It would chill a lot of people out.
Yeah, it usually does.
Sure.
Yeah, especially at a good concert.
And realize that shit ain't really all that deep and don't need to happen. Kind of like those 2 girls fighting for a Snicker bar.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, really?
Man,
here's $2. Go buy a Snicker bar, bitch.
Man, they were fighting over a fucking Snicker.
I thought it was something better than that, because I only seen the one. I didn't see them actually fighting. I see the one that you were breaking it down. I didn't know it was over a Snicker bar. I'd have laughed a lot harder.
Oh man, now listen, man. I really I dropped the ball on the comedy video, because really the whole funny joke in it all is woke Vicky. The reason she won is because she's black. She won. Black people always win the fight.
That's wrong.
Listen to that.
That's wrong.
I missed the whole joke, but now I just try to put it out quick, man. I love fucking with them because they're idiots. But I love fucking with both of them.
That was funny though. Wow, I really did not know it was over.
Dude, if I just said that, the damn video, sure. I just didn't think about it until after I done posted it. Actually, my homie's Big Snap called and said, "Bro, you should have said." Snap came up with that. Snap's funny as hell, y'all.
Third strike.
Yeah.
You can only post on MySpace.
I don't really talk to nobody in music right now. Like, I cut a lot of people out of my life this year. And this is like, man, I'm just going to do myself. I still talk to Snap. And Snap's a funny dude, man. He loves the comedy shit. He'll call me and like, man, do this, do that. A lot of my little circle that I got going on right now, they're all like, got my back on this comedy shit. So I'm like, yeah, it's going to be fun.
That's awesome. You have to have a good, solid foundation.
Man, Justin Stowers, man, if you're still on the watching, man, you need to book Uncle Randy for your raise, man. He's trying to come get that bag, man. I'm not gonna bust your head, but Uncle Randy's ready to go to work. Come on. all these country rap shows, ain't none of them got no host.
Plug.
Come on, my booking information's in my bio on my Instagram.
He's still floating through here. I seen him on here. How we gonna make this happen, Justin? What's up?
Justin, reach out, man. Do the next right thing in life, man. Don't be a dickhead. Reach out, man. Make that shit happen, dog.
Betty don't. But see, he'll do it now just because I said Betty don't.
That would be awesome, man. That would be like one step in what I'm trying to do, really. That would be the first little step. And if he does that, I'm hitting him up myself. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm right here. I'm easy to reach out to. I'm not here to see nobody. I don't want to see nobody go down if they ain't got to. I think, man, he might realize that I'm just keeping it 100 with him. Just, man, be humble, homie. Because you're blessed. You know what I'm saying? He's blessed in his own right. He's not doing horrible in life. You know what I'm saying? He's doing well. Let's how you keep your blessings in life is you got to give them away, man. Like you got to bless other people to stay blessed, man. I think that's why I'm so blessed. And I'm not no millionaire or nothing, but I'm cool, and I'm blessed because I keep passing my blessings on to people, and I want to see people
you got to look out.
Better.
You got to look out for everybody, and when you get an upper hand in life, and you take it for granted. And you take the other people that's looking out, a lot of people take that, that kindness as a weakness. and kind of ride with it on people, and they gotta like look out for each other and stop all that shit, because eventually it's gonna backfire and it's gonna knock you off your pedestal wherever you're at, especially nowadays. You say the wrong thing on the right thing, your career is done. Unfortunately our country's become a lot of vaginas. And I don't even mean that in a bad way. I mean, a bad joke, a bad something, your career is over. And it's like, man, everybody, instead of just, that's awesome. But, instead of, we got 300 channels, but you're going to complain about watching one, hey, if you don't like it, change the channel. If you don't like the song, change the station. That's why we have so many options. But everybody's, my feelings are hurt because of this. Oh, we're going to baby this and patch it over for you, and it's making a lot of soft people.
For sure.
I think we need to go back to we have freedom of speech for a reason, and
let's get hard again.
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
For sure.
My old lady just walked in the room too. Have y'all seen my old lady, by the way?
She's beautiful.
We saw her breeze by the camera when she came home.
Look at me. I'm out of breath. I fuck like a rock star though. I'm out of breath, but man, I got a big ass fucking white boy. Listen, but my old lady is the most beautiful thing, and she has changed my life in so many different ways, y'all. Like, there's a powerful thing in this love thing, man.
Right on.
I'm in love. I've been in love for 13 years, man.
Hey, that's a good thing, man.
Can we have her on the show to see if you actually fuck like a rock star?
That's another show.
Oh, suddenly she's gone. Oh,
that's
she's
another
like,
show.
all right, I'll talk to you later, Miss Cashville.
That's another night.
No, she ain't gonna do all that. She's private. She don't even like social media. She hates it. I'm on it right now. She don't like it at all. She got an Instagram and shit, but she does not care about none of that shit. She just cares about us and the kids.
That's
like,
good,
man,
bro.
she's the best, dude.
Absolutely, that's awesome. That's
why I can't take shit too serious, man. I have fun.
Well, and social media needs to be utilized as a tool. Like when we were coming up, like you were saying, born in the 80s or late 70s or whatnot, we're the last generation that didn't have internet and everything at the palm of our hands. Now,
I take my shit and cut it off sometimes, man, and just go back to them days. Like, I'm fixing to do it now. After I did it on vacation, but I'm fixing to do it again. Like around Christmas time, y'all ain't gonna see me for a couple of weeks. I'm gonna cut that shit off.
Right.
Dude, it's the best thing to do, man. I swear, just to get away from that shit sometimes.
I heard it's very therapeutic.
So
it is,
I've got some news.
Oh, what's the news?
Butters is on the line.
Oh, we got Butters in.
Butters.
Okay,
Butters. Hey, look, it was nice talking to y'all, man, for real.
Good.
I love y'all show. Y'all seem like good people. Dustin.
Right on.
Butters, what's up with you, homie?
Hey, Johnny, one more time. How can we get a hold of you?
615-810-3495. Text
You guys heard
only.
it here. There you go. You heard it here. Thank you so much for coming on.
For sure.
And
Thank you.
we will definitely stay in touch.
Cool. Hit me up anytime, man. Y'all stay blessed.
You as well.
You too,
Thank
buddy.
you.
Take care, man.
Yeah.
Butters.
What's up?
Butters.
What's up?
What's up, man?
Y'all doing all right?
Doing great, man. Doing great. What about yourself, man?
Look out, you got someone to the side of you drinking out of a goblet.
Oh, yeah.
You drink, both drinking out of
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Both have goblets. Oh, well. It's just turned into another show. All right, Butters. So, So, any shout-outs, plugs, how to contact you, anything like that?
I just want to say what up to Johnny Cashville and everything. Cool coming on and hearing you talk for a little while and whatnot. He's a cool dude.
Oh, no. How much did you hear?
Where to find me at?
Yes.
The best place is djbutterspro.com.
Awesome.
That's where you want to catch me at. That's what has all my beats and everything on there. Anything pretty much DJ Butters Pro, that's where you want to find me at. Get in touch with me there. Instagram is ButtersPro574. Got all the good stuff on there.
There we go.
Sweet.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So,
What's the web again?
It's www.djbutterspro.com.
Yep, that's it.
All right. So before I get too much further and I forget, make sure you tell Jenny I said hi.
Oh, yeah, I will. I'm sure she'll be watching here in a second.
Okay. So where did the whole DJ Butters come from?
Nice
Okay,
page.
this is my favorite story to tell, just because I enjoy it the most.
Wait, this looks like a backdrop from my 80s like
Atari?
6th grade
Horizon
photos.
Oh yeah. Looks like Fresh Prince of Bel Air is about to pull up.
That's
It almost
funny.
looks like the Japanese flag. Oh, hold on. No, sorry. That's a whole nother joke. Oh, sorry. I'm going to put that down to number 7.
Is it really 7 already?
Yes. Yes.
But
Number 7.
I got my
Anyway.
nickname when I was like 13. My buddy, me and him, we were about to just roll out, and his mom said, "Look at Butters." Just pointed to me and pointed to the TV because she was watching South Park, so the name stuck. So then when I started like really getting into beats, I just turned it into Butters Productions because everybody, like where I'm from in Elkhart, already knew me by Butters. So then when I got into DJing, to be honest with you, the only reason I ever got into DJing was because my friends were trying to get shows. And the quickest way into a club is to provide a service. And at that point in time, it was me DJing.
Oh, hell
So
yeah.
when I grabbed that, I got them shows. So then I became DJ Butters Pro for, production for short. So I'm like the best of 3 worlds. Yeah.
That's awesome. You didn't even have to slide in the back door. You came right in the front door with your boys.
Elkhart is my old stomping grounds. Spent many years there.
Yeah. Yeah, you were born and raised in Elkhart, right? And still there?
Yeah.
Not.
Yep.
No,
Jason,
wait.
Yep,
Oh, me?
What
I'm
year?
back here now.
Yeah, Jason, you were right around there, wasn't you?
Oh yeah, South Bend. I was born in South Bend, but I did a lot of video production in Elkhart around the RV industry and
Oh yeah.
other stuff.
It's real big around here. Everything is pretty much, if you're trying to make a living and survive in this area, you're working in some type of, industrial factory.
Yep.
4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning,
Oh,
anything
wow.
that you can possibly get. As long as it ain't food stamps and child support, you're doing all right.
Amen.
Hell yeah. I guess
Your friend just did a spit
Yeah.
take there.
spit take.
Like,
Okay, so like one of your mottos is churn up.
oh yeah.
So
Brilliant.
I like it. I like that.
so
Churn up for-
yes. Is that how that came around being? You just took it to the next level.
Yeah, we don't turn up no more. We turn up. You're with DJ Butters Pro. Well, I mean, because,
Is that
we
what's
get
in the
it.
gall?
Churning butter. You feel me? Churning up.
Parquet.
Okay, so you
Can't
do.
believe it's not Butters.
Man, you're gonna have to go with it.
Get it. Okay. Yeah.
You're just gonna have to go with it, man.
I'm here all night.
Yes, all night.
I probably heard them all before, I promise. I mean, if there's something new, like, I'm going to like, all right, I'm going to go right now and patent this real quick, just 'cause-
That's funny.
That's awesome, though.
That's awesome. Okay, so you do like beat bids, right?
Yeah, that's my new thing that I started. Now, there are other producers that found their way into the genre, and even though I grew up on hip hop and rap beats, when I found myself connected to this genre, I decided to try something new and, go outside the box with my talents, because I want to be a versatile producer, and you always learn from trying new things. So when I came up with the idea to make the artists, compete against each other for my beats, that's when I came up with the idea for the beat bids.
Hell yeah. I mean, it's pretty ingenious, actually.
Yeah, for the first 2, I mean, I think a couple people, I mean, it was like $36 here. Next one was like $75. Then Lloyd Templeton came on there. He's like, I'm winning every single $150 first bid.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a way to, promote myself and also allow people to save a little bit of money. You know what I mean? And create entertainment for the artists to, they're already competing against each other every day anyway. So might as well make it a little bit, enjoyable for them.
Hell yeah. And you get to sit back and see
Watch a battle.
see what they get into, and you're just like, haha.
Hell yeah.
And then that creates a new, producer artist relationship. So if they ever have something that they're, interested in, or they have an idea or concept, they can just feel free to message me or contact me anytime. And, you know, I'm very easy to work with. I'm not like, okay, I'll call you 3-5 days from now when I come up with this idea for a beat. No, normally I sit down and I make the beat right then and there, and I'll, you know, if that one's not good enough, I'll keep going to the next. I'll keep on pushing myself to get them what they want.
Right. That's awesome. That is awesome. So I was trolling one of your pages today, and I noticed where you said like you're basically striving to be the white Dr. Dre.
Great idea, you know. I love to do, you know.
Well, that's genius, because did you guys see the post that I did earlier where they're just now starting? They're gonna induct him.
Oh, Dre?
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Until rock and roll.
Hold up.
Oh.
Research. Product development over here.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So,
no, yeah. I didn't know about that.
Oh no.
No, they're not gonna hopefully do that to me. I do everything under contract.
No. So they're inducting Dre.
Yeah.
To the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Really? When did they announce that?
Dr. Dre will be honored. Hold on. Okay. Dr. Dre will be honored by the Grammys for his legendary career. Sorry, Grammys. Yes, greatest of all time. Dr. Dre is the greatest of all time, not exclusively in hip hop. If you guys pull it up on my page, yep, my bad on that. It's for the Grammys. Like it's going to happen like 3 or 4 days before.
Yeah.
Only half
I
fake.
absolutely agree that he deserves that.
I'm like, it took this long?
100%.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, he was an entrepreneur from the get-go, just on the jump. And, I mean, I don't even think that I can say enough to really describe his, you know, dedication to it. But I'm sure, like, when he has a speech, it'll say everything that I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, absolutely. So, yeah, so diversion for just a second. My bad. Tell me about my dad's place. That's actually really funny. Funny story.
Oh, yeah, the bar name? Yeah. Well, I was working there about 5 years ago, and then I ended up working at another bar called McKee's. This is just a little transition, and that was before I went on tour for like 3 years.
Right.
So when I came back, and I just moved in like to an apartment down the road, and I know the owner very well, and me and her sat down and had a talk, and she said, "Hey, how would you like to start Sundays?" And I said, "Well, I've literally just been at home making beats, trying to create my arsenal." And then I started DJing there on Sundays, which in turn turned into Wednesday through Sundays.
Nice.
And, you know, that I could not say no, just because she takes such good care of her employees, and job security is just a really important thing, you know, for me and my point in life right now. So I wanted to take advantage of that. And we have a lot of fun there.
That's awesome.
Packed. Yeah.
Yeah, because you'll be doing your live, and you'll be like, I'm at my dad's place, and I was like, and you and it's over and over. But see, I've never really been to Elkhart.
But then I'd be like, oh, what a coincidence. I'm at your mom's house. Boom.
Bam.
It's funny. I was in I think it was Oklahoma City, and I was doing a show there when I was on tour, and it was actually called My Mom's Place. And I took a picture of it, and I was like, "Here's your competition right now." You know.
I was at your mom's house last night.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
There was a band around here that went around for a little bit till they had to kind of break up, and they were called Your Mom.
Oh.
So I'd be like, I'm going out tonight to see your mom.
That is
and
funny.
that was how they all their promo stuff was like that.
Hey,
was
that's
funny
just
as
a
hell.
genius.
That is genius.
Marketing idea. Yeah.
Wow. So I seen that you were with either you're getting ready to be or was with Ray Gotti.
Oh yeah. Ray Gotti's actually been really good to me. I met him in Louisiana when I was doing a show for Big Poe.
Yeah.
And they wanted me to kind of play their set. Well, they said that I did such a great job. They said, "Hey man, you know, we got the show going on in South Carolina. You know, we'll feed you. We got a bottle here for you coming in. You got a cool place, comfortable place to crash, and we'll pay you, and just come rock with us. So from Elkhart, Indiana, way up here, all the way down there, that's about a 14 to 15 hour drive. And
wow.
At the point in time, I was driving a stick shift.
Oh no.
So I mean, like going up and down those hills all throughout the routes and whatnot through 74, going south. That was a challenging thing, to accomplish. And I walk in there, I'm like, "Shots, y'all! We need to get this rolling now. I need to kick back a second." And dude, they are literally the coolest bunch to hang out with.
Oh,
they are funny, and yeah, I love doing their shows and whatnot. And we did a couple for I think the Little White tour when they were there, and I did a couple others for him. And then he came up to Elkhart one day at overtime, and oh yeah, he had a blast.
That's awesome. Yeah, because we just talked with Ray Gotti not too long ago, and we've also had Poe on, and so yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and something again, like you guys promote each other and help lift each other up, and that's like really how it should be.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with the way that my mom raised me, because my mom raised me purely on her own. So like she had to be, the mom and the dad, but she always taught me to be respectful of everybody around you until they do you dirty, and to also practice forgiveness. So I've always been very forgiving and very lenient and understanding when it comes to somebody else's success and well-being. I want nothing but the best for every single person around me if I'm helping and working with you or alongside you.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh yeah.
And like we've met in person quite a few times, and I can say that like he genuinely does care. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a lot of people are missing out on the morals nowadays. Kind of that whole gap there in the new millennial kind of people forgetting, just the simple things, and you look out for each other. They take care.
Happiness is a choice all the day, thick through thin. Like the way I look at it, you can choose to be happy or you can choose to be upset. The ones who choose to be upset, jealous, angry, and greedy will have nothing but that surrounding them.
Yes,
if you choose to be happy, positive, goal-oriented, and strive for greatness, then you're going to attract those people because they're either going to want a piece of it or they want to be a part of it.
Okay, so you have to, for those who don't know, you have to introduce the second goblet.
Oh yeah, this Jamil. Yeah, this Jamil. Oh, I think you might have had a different name for him back in the rave days. Yeah.
For those who've encountered me throughout the rave days, I am your entertainment for whenever
the hype
I'm
man.
around.
Yeah.
Country Black.
Yeah, it was Country Black.
I know, right? Sounds funny, sounds odd, but fuck it, that's me.
I think we've met face to face before.
Oh yeah. It's hard to forget this face. It's the smile.
It is a smile. Love it. Love it. Absolutely awesome.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so we do have some stock questions, which I'll let you ask those.
I was just rolling with the flow.
Yeah, no,
I was keeping the inside.
Because with Butters, it's different. Yeah, yes, he's the DJ. He's a producer. He's an engineer. So it's a little bit different for him because I want to know who are the top 3 you want to make beats for, like top 3 ultimate. You could like
butter beats.
Oh, if I could make beats for people, if I had a choice,
top 3. If you had a choice, who would the top 3 be that you would want to make beats for?
Man, I would. I think we just had a conversation about this the other day. Man, if I had a choice, top 3, and because I'm always gonna go back to rap and hip hop. So I mean, I really want to land one with Yellow Wolf because he's just a great ingenious beat writer. He can take a simple beat and just slaughter it. Little White's a genius, you know what I'm saying? But to be honest, if I could land something with Drake, just one time, just one thing with Drake, I just think it would be great. I know it sounds ridiculous, but
No, man, that's a goal.
I like his producer artist relationship. You know what I mean? And I've always looked at that as a power artist. You have to have a power producer, and like Murder Beats and the Migos. When they first started, that was their whole like conscious collective. Like they felt each other and worked with each other so well. So I mean, I guess I just want to find a couple artists out there that would actually be a power move for my production. Yeah.
Okay, so did you see where?
Yeah, stick with it. Yeah.
Where Yellow was on stage, and they messed up his sound, and he lost his shot.
Oh yeah.
That was proper.
I've seen people do that plenty of times, and it's normally when they're under a lot of pressure.
Right.
When they felt like the entire week they've done 7 different shows and they're absolutely exhausted and they just can't take anymore and they're just purely stressed out, and it comes like the last straw bit of it. And I've hit that point quite a few times, being on the road.
And see, on the flip side of that, I also believe that if you're going to bring that caliber of an artist, like, you should be fine-tuning like 3-4 days before, and just to make sure that it's going to be not only a great show for the artist, but for those paying fans, followers, friends, family, because we all family.
Well, and being an artist and being on stage, and you get up in front of your crowd and your fans, and your show's messed up because of somebody not doing their job. That's frustrating.
Right.
Oh yeah. As an artist, you have one main goal and one main job, and that's to entertain the crowd.
Right.
And if you can't do that,
they have
somebody
to
else.
ensure that they have the specific power requirements. Everything's sound checked and set and good to go to when he goes on, he's straight. And then you always run into different things. Sound check might not be the same as the live, because they can hold the mic up and cuff it and just yell into it as loud as they possibly can, and you have to be ready on the fly for that. DJs, I've had some artists pop in and they just want to do show tracks. So all I do is press play and step back.
Right.
And I say, okay, there you go, 20 minutes of your set. Have fun.
Right.
and then there's other people that's like, okay, I'm going to give you 10 songs and I'm going to let you know which song I'm going to do as I go. So then I'm sitting here queuing up different tracks, and then I got to, be quick and fast to switch back and forth and get it queued up to where it is. And, because I'm actually on a separate level of sound, because the artist will look at me and say, turn it up, and I'll turn mine up, and then the sound guy turns it down. So I was like, okay, there's a 3-way,
group effort.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to follow, and it can get, particularly frustrating, and, you can run into problems like, oh, shoot, the intern forgot to change the batteries on the microphone. Now it's cutting out during a big set. And
right.
I've seen people smash microphones on the ground and plenty of other things. And accidents happen too. Definitely. There was one day, I think I was in Illinois, and I did my whole sound check and whatnot, and it looked like it was going to rain. And I think it was Rich Regal's DJ was set up long next to me. And they covered everything up in trash bags, which, it was already enclosed, but the wind came by, and, we were over by the merch stands, probably about, 100 feet away, 200 feet away. And then a big gust of wind comes up and blows the entire table over, which ends up ruining his laptop. And I think it broke the DJ board that I was using that day.
Mm.
Yeah. So, you run into different things. It wasn't actually as it was happening, but, what do you do now?
Crunch
now
time.
You have to go find all right, yeah, you're about to have a show here in about, half an hour. You got to run and find the closest Guitar Center,
right.
Rent or buy another DJ deck, install the software, and make sure everything's great. And I've had to do that before.
Become familiar very quickly with a piece of equipment.
Yeah.
So real quick, Bill Gibson says hi. We're working by Bill says hi.
What's up, Bill? Yeah, I haven't even reading any of the comments. What's up, y'all?
Well, we're cross-posting against
Oh, yeah, okay.
8
so we're all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
All over the place. All right, yeah.
So okay, we go through different artists and different times, and so what is one of the most embarrassing moments that you've had on stage?
On stage. Okay.
On stage at a
stage.
I mean,
With a stick of butter.
Or there's
Whoa.
even a witness.
Okay.
Oh, there's
So-
even a witness. Here we go. Do you got pictures, video? Let us know.
I'm gonna say there's 3 things that I can do when I'm drunk.
Oh no.
Okay, there's 3 things I can do when I'm drunk. Okay, I can DJ, I can make love, and what was the other one? I always forget the other one. Okay, well, those are the 2 main things that I can do when I'm drinking. Maybe drink more is the 3rd one.
You can drink more.
But the thing is I think there was one time I was DJing on top of a truck trailer bed.
okay.
And, sometimes security, gets busy and they're like, oh, yeah, you can go talk to Butters, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And, what I do is I have the stance. I plant my feet in, one spot and I don't move and I don't lean. Because if I lean, then I'm like doing this or whatnot. I'm sitting there and I'm playing music. Everyone's having a great time. And dude looks at me and he just grabs me on the shoulder. He's like, bro, you are the best DJ ever.
Oh. Oh no.
Right into the mud and everything. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it was a little embarrassing because it's like, there's like 3 other things behind me and I'm just like, 2-stepping my way off the stage trying to catch my balance and whatnot. But I mean, anybody else probably would have been able to save themselves. But no, me, I just right off that. I was
Gone.
That was a big dude, yeah.
Damn.
Fuck, I would have.
So he probably didn't know his own straight. He was like drunk hawk mode, just
Raw.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my
So I
goodness.
back up on stage. I mean, yeah, we all have mud over each other if we're at a mud park like that. But I mean, just you have to learn to roll with the punches, especially when someone's relying on you. And that's why I think it's great that I have a huge background in audio and just doing live music, period. So that if I ever do run into an issue, I'm a very, very strong troubleshooter. And I've ran into a couple issues, but I normally figure out a way to do it.
That's
really
awesome.
quick. Yeah.
That's awesome. On the fly.
Actually, I had to save a couple shows a few times. There was one where the sound guys blew an amp and they had no idea what they were doing, or they had no idea how to fix the amp. And I'm like, okay, well, instead of fixing the amp, what is the alternative? So I said, okay, well, go ahead and just bridge the monitors and whatnot. You're gonna get a mono sound, so you might as well just deal with it. But if that's gonna save your, I missed shot time. Shit.
Oops.
Church, man, church.
Church.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm classy. I'm drinking champagne.
Yeah.
Aww.
Woo.
Get the high life on Monday Love. Look at Jason over there.
I didn't say the champagne of beers. This is actual champagne.
Oh no, I seen it. I watched. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jason. Excuse me while I
Nothing
whip
but
out
the
the
finest in Studio
champagne.
J.
Okay, so who, if any, because some people don't at all, but if you have, what has been the worst starstruck moment? Like you're right there, and it's like, oh my God. And either you can keep it together or not, either way.
Man, I'm trying to think. Well, anytime that I'm doing a show, it doesn't matter who is performing or anything like that. I always have the worst case of anxiety and being nervous before I press play. But as soon as I press play,
It's on.
and I have everything geared up, ready to go with the scratch tracks and transitions and everything going, like I'm golden. Absolutely golden, good to go. But I think there was one dude that, in particular, that I think it was D Thrash.
Really?
Is that right? From
David D. Thrash.
from Georgia Boys.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I remember sitting at McKee's, and like I said, all I did was DJ like nothing but straight hip hop and rap music and a little bit of R&B. But my buddy that I grew up with, he lives out in Michigan, and he was like, "Yo, man, check this out!" And he showed me a video of him mudding doing that. And he said, "Hey, man, you should hit Dude Up, see if you can DJ out there." I'm like, "Really? Like I'm playing trap, going crazy. You think they want to hear that out there in the mud?" It's like, oh. So I started doing my research and everything, and I asked him, "Who do you listen to?" And he said, "Georgia Boys." And so when I met D Thrash, I said, "Bro, I'm just gonna let you know that you were like the first person to ever really, show me what hip hop, country rap, any of that was all about."
Right.
Next to a little bit of that Bubba Sparks back in the day. You know with the butter to sing, yeah. like I mean that. That's so when I met him, I just kind of I had to tell the truth and just be honest with him. I was like, "Bro, like," I just told him, I was like, "Man, you're pretty much the one that, started my little, journey into the, country rap scene." He's like, "Oh man, don't say that. And I'm like, "Man, I'm just being honest with you."
That's
like,
awesome.
I'm not a little fangirl. I've never said that to anybody else. I just wanted to be honest with him. So when I was talking to him, I was like, "All right, quick transition. Do you use Fruity Loops or Logic Pro when you make your beats? Like, what's up, man?"
That's awesome.
So we ended up sitting there talking for like a half an hour, just, me, him, and Kelso, I think. And this was also in Illinois after the whole DJ board incident. So, I mean, yeah, it was me, him, I think Struggle even was there, and a couple other people. And we were just, dropping knowledge on each other. And, yeah, I soaked it all up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I do want to say that I'm a code talk with you for a second.
Okay.
I do want to say for those 4 years, don't look at the bad, look at all the good, the networking, where you've been, the stories, everything that's been able to come out of that. And even in the future that you haven't seen, there's still going to be a lot more to come.
Like Pearl Harbor.
Didn't see that one coming.
That was totally. Yeah. That's number 8. Sorry, inside jokes.
There was
telling the story before we go off. I'm just saying.
A lot of lessons learned there.
Right. For the good and the bad.
Yeah. And I always try to focus on the good. And
yes,
people see what they want to see at the end of the day. And I'm not, an internet personality. I'm not a person who's in the spotlight or anything like that.
You are tonight.
So,
yep, it's all about butters tonight.
I am the behind the scenes Wizard of Oz dude sitting there behind the curtains, dropping knowledge on the other people who want to, do better. They ask for my advice, and I give them honest answers. Because, just from the experiences that I've, been through in the studios, because, even I graduated at Kraz University in Arizona for audio engineering in 2008. So that's about
11
years ago. Yeah. 11 years ago. Yeah. Oh, shoot.
I almost forgot what year.
I forgot what year I graduated.
It happens in the old age.
Wasn't a math major. Wasn't a math major.
It happens with old age.
Goddamn goblins. Goblins. Fucking goblins. No fire.
You might as well bring it up here. I was hoping this would last now.
We don't claim to be a family-friendly show. We are all about fucks and dammits and...
Yeah.
Oh hell.
And goblets.
Yes. Yes. But okay.
Own the redneck wine glasses.
But see, to be in the position that you are, you're like the great Oz. You control the beat and the flow of the show, and something that I can relate to. You get to see the good and the bad side of this business. So where you have positioned yourself. You are of a great. You have more of a calling that people will need to use, want.
Service provider.
Absolutely, and you can. I've listened to quite a few of your beats, and also post mastering and stuff. You don't just stick to one genre. You're not just hip hop. You're not just country or white trash, southern outlaw. Let's just start with the whole gamut. So you have a much higher calling than, let's just say hypothetically, being a dancing chicken on a stage. Or
A
I
dancing,
like being a
I wanna
dancing
see
chicken
that.
sometimes.
a dancing
Nobody
chicken on
likes
the
to be a show
stage.
monkey.
Nobody likes to be a show monkey, but yeah. I mean,
you
'cause
know
they're-
what I'm talking about.
yeah. And you know, and I think that every artist actually has their own hidden talent
Yeah.
that they've always struggled to find a way to get it out there. And I was always the one to say, okay, well, why don't you try a beat like this, or let's come up with a whole new concept. I would literally Big Hero 6 turn them upside down and say, come on, think about it a little bit.
Right.
And then what their idea was and what my idea was, just I pretty much allowed them to be creative and shook it up. And then you had a whole different product. And I said, see, this is what we are capable of.
Right.
You see, and I'm excited to, meet new people and work on new things, because I have a good way of capturing their vision through my creativity and what I'm capable of doing that a lot of other people aren't. Because a lot of producers just want to say, okay, here's my beats. What do you want?
Right.
That's
right.
my PayPal.
They don't cater it to the individual.
Exactly.
That's so
That little
true.
stale face. Let me make it one time.
So talking like that. So what when all
It's
right,
fucking
say,
ridiculous, though.
say
Honestly, it is.
say you got an artist and he's trying to work with you or she's trying to work with you. What is your process? How do you go about, like, okay, we got a song that's about this, what is the process you go through when you're getting with an artist and you have a direct job, you got a project, I need beats for this, what's your process? How do you go about doing that?
Sometimes I like a little bit of an idea or a reference. Like my buddy Jake Clements, I've been making some beats for him, and he'll message me, early in the morning. He'll be like, all right, Butters Pro, today's goal is making a beat like this. And he'll say, I want a Pearl Jam mixed with some punk rock, French porch picking, banjo stuff. And, it's just naming off all these different bands. So it's like,
Whoa.
I will go and listen to all those and songs that influenced me growing up, because I don't, I also listen to, some, good old classic rock and whatnot. So I do my research, I come up with ideas, and then I base it into a beat. I mean, just for him in particular, I sent it to him, and pretty much every time he's like, that's what I'm talking about.
Right on. Okay.
That's what I wanted. But then other people, they say, I got this hook. And then, I'll come up with, an idea for the hook. And they're like, there's just, there's something missing. And you're always going to have those artists. I promise you. And out there, if you're watching right now, you're gonna feel me when I say this. There's always one artist that says, there's something missing. Your stuff's never just good enough the first time. And
Right.
that's absolutely okay. That is absolutely okay, because that means that I always can do more.
Yep.
And that's when I, break through my Super Saiyan barrier and just go ham on the beats, you know what I'm saying? And, add in all the drops. And then by the time I'm done with it and I get their tracks back with their vocals, chop everything up, add the mixing and mastering to it, and they get everything back, they're just like, man, this is not the idea that I had at first, but what you turned it into is phenomenal. And
Sweet,
I'm just
sweet.
so
That's
happy
awesome.
about it. And that's where I want to be. I don't want it to be exactly what you thought it was at first, but
You want it to be better.
because if it is, then you didn't give yourself any room for being creative. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's just
That's
you can write a
awesome
book
though.
in one sentence,
Right, and being able to work with like one other creative mind, or even if it happens to be a band situation,
Mhm.
or if it happens to be a ungrateful comedian that wants every single word from A to
Oh
Z
my
on a
God.
bill.
Wow.
Ooh,
Oh gosh.
A couple of names come to mind.
yeah,
Yeah.
we got a few too.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oops.
you know who you are.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oopsies.
It's okay. It's whatever.
Just
But I
kidding.
mean, yeah. I mean, it's definitely a lot of times. I remember being in high school and there was a talent show, and even the people that didn't have any talent, they still won by popularity.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
and it's going to happen time and time again. And when you run into a situation as far as something like that, man, this is a tough one. I might just skip that one. I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna skip my response to that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
kind of.
No,
No,
you're
good.
good.
You're
You're
good.
good, man.
So, where can we catch you anytime soon?
Anytime soon. Okay.
Is that still
Uh,
Wednesday through
first
Sunday
off,
at my dad's?
I wanted to do this live because I didn't make a post about it, so I waited till now to actually say it. I wanted to wish Sarah Ross and the Moonshine Bandits safe travels and a great tour. I was going to join them on their tour that's going on right now, and I decided to stay home for job security and be home for my family and everyone. And they've always been very nice and respectful to me. So I just wanted to, say to them, God bless you for the opportunity. And I hope you guys have an amazing tour and do wonderful. They're amazing people.
That's awesome.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
It was a tough decision.
and,
It was a really tough decision.
and last when you and I talked for that hour and a half, you were like, something big's coming, and then to find out that it was that, and I've hounded you. I've been talking to Nino. They already told me I was supposed to get a hold of him, and blah blah. And then to find out that it was ultimately your decision, and you did it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
So.
And they were really, really understanding and respectful about it. They didn't, go online and make a big post about me or anything.
Oh.
Fuck that shit. Anyway, we're not gonna go down that road.
Your fucking post today, I swear to God, man, we had that fucking conversation, and then you go and make a post. I'm like, just killing me, Smalls. What the fuck, man? But yeah, everyone knows where.
I'm never one to stir the pot, but I've learned.
You seen he was on with me and Johnny Cashville, right?
Yeah, he was on.
You
Oh
seen-
yeah, that was great. There
Yeah.
was no filter on that one.
Yeah, we're still watching. I don't know what
None.
You can hear in the recording when he's like, "Get this bitch off me! Get this bitch off me!" Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And it's not even good enough that I have proof that he's a thief, he's a liar, he's a POS, and I'm not asking you to make any comments because it ain't like I'm holding my shit on him. And I don't want you to say nothing. I don't want you to say nothing. You've been drinking. Don't say nothing. You ain't got to say
No,
nothing.
that's fine. No, this is the greatest response that I can have right here. You want to take down the general? Take away his ammo.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mention his name.
Mm-hmm.
Kill it at the source.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
we're not on here for him. We're on here about the community and everybody and how everyone's doing. So
I agree.
but at the end of the day, I'm so glad that you made your genuine connections and did your networking, and it has made it. If you don't see it yet, it will have made it all worthwhile because you're going to be having the last laugh.
and that's the thing. Like I always want to be professional. Whenever I do end up running into somebody along the way that's like, hey, we really like this person's character. He's always just genuinely cool, respectful, and the things that he invests into isn't big flashy jewelry. Like he's buying brand new beat pads and everything like that. He's investing into his gear, and he's thinking ahead of himself. I'm always thinking about everybody else and how I can bring them up. Like, this is my partner DJ.
Right. Right.
I got so many gigs that I said, hey man, you know what? We can do this together.
Hell yeah.
You know, and so we're working together, and
I just want to throw it out there. When you write the book, I want the exclusive. Just saying.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make sure he signs it for you.
There you go. I'm all about I'm all about buying merch and getting signatures. Hell yeah.
Head of the game.
But yeah, so I got to get ready to go ahead and close the show. Where can I catch you at anytime soon?
All right. I just it's funny you say that, because I remember the first time I was on the show, I asked your producer what his upload speed was.
Yeah. I refreshed him
so
earlier.
Clean and clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Jason?
So what I'm doing is I'm upgrading my little system and whatnot, just so I can be able to do my Beats with Butters on live. So that's coming very soon.
That's awesome.
So
Let
I
me
can
know
show
when.
everybody the process of how I make beats and like doing mixing and stuff like that. It's not like I said, it's not a popularity contest. I just want everybody to see what I do, and I'm going to bring in different people, so it gives them a chance to be seeing what my creative process is. And then so Beats with Butters, that's coming soon.
All right.
I'm excited about that. And I'm at Dad's Place in Elkhart 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday, doing my DJ thing, little events, and bringing people out and karaoke. Yeah, he's actually the karaoke man right there.
That's awesome.
He's the master.
That's awesome.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So
This
yeah,
is what I
so
mean.
I have to come out to
it's-
Dad's place and see
Yeah.
what kind of master you
yeah,
are.
we're gonna have to get a DD.
That's what I
to make
wanted to
that
do.
trip.
I wanted to be around the people that show me love, and people I enjoy to be around as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's awesome.
So you got to make sure when you get ready to go live with that you hit us up so we can be sharing it with all of our fans and continue the love and things, man, because we definitely appreciate you and the fact that you're doing such great things and you're humble and you're real. So we definitely love that.
Butters, if anybody hits me up they want any type of mixing, mastering, engineering, beats or anything like that, like I've even sent people from Africa. I'm like, here's his link. Here's his link.
They can email me too at djbutterspro@gmail.com. Everything DJ Butters Pro.
Yeah, www.djbutterspro.com.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
I appreciate being live with y'all, and y'all are very accommodating and conscious. Did a really good job, and I appreciate y'all.
Man.
Thank you, Butters.
We appreciate that for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all soon.
See you soon.
See you soon, man.
Take care.
DJ Butters Pro.
Yep, turn up.
That sounds like
Goblin.
an
Goblin.
Go buy Jamilion, by the way.
There you go.
Let's find out the whole whoopsie.
Whoopsie.
You don't catch this and you're watching.
That's awesome.
I had to do the little teleport.
I love it.
Hey,
So
take
yeah,
care.
couple great interviews this evening.
It was a great evening on Monday Love.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah,
Some deep conversations, some fun.
Yeah. Another shout out, Woodworking by Bill. We are trying to fill up this box with sponsor money.
Sponsor.
There you go, Bill.
Hit us
Woodworking by
up.
Bill.
Are we
Hi,
going to pass
Mason.
that around and ask for money?
We should. And then also, who brings us in, takes us out, and it is Problems 812.
Thank you for coming to another Monday Love.
Thank you guys.
See you guys later.
Bye.
See you, everybody.
Call it luck, I'm just